Yes. So in turn, we're pretty much right back where you left off. Now Witt tracking towards the basket. She puts it up under pressure and it rolls out.
Minute 18 to go, fourth quarter. BDS trailing by one. Hacker bobbled it. That's why that's not a travel. Nice feed. Alfs with the catch and the finish. And BDS has their first lead of the second half. Reagan Alfs with 12 points in the contest and a timeout for Sacred Heart coach Luke Santo with 1 minute to go. Well, this got fun, didn't it? Thanks for joining us tonight here on StriveSports.com. My name is Eric Allgood, Strive Sports Director. We've got the Johnson County Central Strive crew. These guys do a fantastic job. Their sponsor, Marcus Shear. You'll see his photos on social media. If you don't follow Marcus on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, dude puts out some fantastic photos. I think he's the official photographer for the Beatrice Daily Sun as well this week. So, and he takes a lot of photos even when he's not. Anyway, he's fantastic. These kids are fantastic. I'm just trying to keep everything afloat and talk a little bit here tonight. Thanks for letting me do that, Sam. But you do keep stepping on my cord, and I feel like I'm going to rip my own headset off here. Here, let's just put this up here. Limbo, everybody. Everybody limbo. Okay, let's do that then.
So exactly 1 minute left in the game. BDS now has their first lead of the half at 45-44. It is Fall City ball.
One minute remaining in regulation.
Witt gets the screen from Vonderschmidt. Down low, it's stolen away by Alfs. Played the pick and roll perfectly. BDS with the lead. Hacker is fouled in the backcourt. It'll be a 1-and-1 coming for Riley Hacker. Boy, Coach Luke Santo did not waste any time. As soon as that ball was stolen, he was calling for his girls to foul. Didn't want any more time to play off the clock than what it did. But boy, that pick and roll, Vonderschmidt has caught BDS sleeping a few times, but that time Reagan Alfs read it perfectly. This, a very important set of free throws, but it will only be one, but Alfs tracks down a rebound. Now Reagan double teamed on the sideline, calls timeout. Heads up play by the senior, and it will be a 30-second timeout for BDS. Actually, it's going to have to be full because that's all they have left is full timeouts. So Alfs gets the steal on one end and gets a monster offensive rebound on the other, and then the heads-up play to get the timeout call. We got a lot of time left. We got a couple possessions probably each way, the way this thing's going to go, right? First things first, if you're BDS, you got to get the ball in bounds. If you're Sacred Heart, you do not have to foul right away. I know Coach Santo just did that after the steal, but if you're Sacred Heart, I think I'd almost take my chances. And if it gets down to maybe 15 seconds, then I'm fouling. But I might just try to play hounding defense for 30 seconds and see if I can't get BDS to do something silly with a basketball. Macy Kamler will toss it in right in front of her own section with Bolte, Taylor Sleva, Riley Hacker, and Reagan Alfs on the floor for the Eagles. Sacred Heart is triple teaming Alfs on the inbounds, and they get it into Bolte. Now Hacker. How long do you play defense before you try to foul? Jump ball. Possession will stay BDS. Well, Hacker got close to that midcourt line, put the ball above her head, and Rachel Magnans tied her up. So now the next alternating possession would go to Sacred Heart. If you're BDS, do you look towards the rim at something? Or do you be content to just play catch? And Taylor Sleva is fouled by Magnans. 1-and-1 with 26 seconds left.
Some of the most important free throws of the game right here. She makes the first. So BDS now has a 2-point lead. This here could push it to 3.
Timeout for Sacred Heart. Going to need at least a 2 here, no matter what, if you're the Irish, right? So, Coach Santo, what do you got in the pocket here? What kind of play do you want to run? Just went with the pick and roll with Witt and Vonderschmidt, which has been a really solid play. BDS snuffed that out. Magdens has put up some shots here in the second half, has hit a 3. If you're looking at fourth quarter scoring, Vonderschmidt has 5 in the quarter, Mackenzie Witt has 2 free throws, and Rachel Magdens has a 3. That is your fourth quarter scoring. BDS has gotten a 3-pointer from Bryn Cadle, 1 basket from Reagan Alfs, 4 total points from Taylor Sleva, with still the back end of this 1-and-1 coming, and 2 free throws from Macy Kamler so far in the quarter. So this is a big one for Sleva. A 3-point BDS lead with 26 seconds to go. Witt, the pick and roll with Bippus. Back to Vonderschmidt. She wants to drive, gets to the rim, lays it in. BDS's lead is 1 with 16 seconds left. Vonderschmidt now has 22 points. Now I think if you're Sacred Heart, you're looking to foul. You know, first pass you're trying to steal, second thing you're trying to foul. You're trying to foul almost as quickly as you can. You don't necessarily need to foul before the ball gets inbounded, but you do want that foul to come right away. And then if you're on the BDS huddle, and Coach Shannon Gerberding, you got to be telling your girls that ball is worth $10 million, and there can be nothing in this world that will take that ball away from you. If it's coming at you, you got to catch it. It's got to be yours. If you are throwing it, you best be darn tootin' that that's going to the exact person you want it to go to. Just got to be strong with it, because you know that Sacred Heart, hey, even if they foul, again, it's going to be a one-possession game no matter what, right? So, high drama in the City Auditorium on a Saturday night. Should there be an alternating possession need, it would go to Sacred Heart. Alfs will toss it in. Hands it to Taylor Sleva. Couple of dribbles, 2 seconds go off the clock, and Taylor Sleva, who just hit both ends of a 1-and-1 a little bit ago, will go back to the line for another 1-and-1 now with 14 seconds left.
She can't get
Strong
that one to go.
rebound, out of bounds, off Sacred Heart. Sleva got that ball off of Eichhoff. Flipped it back in there, and Eichhoff was out of bounds and rolling away with it. BDS still has to get the ball in, but that was a big change of momentum for the Eagles. Timeout BDS. Coach Gerberding wants to talk about it. What are we going to run to get this ball in? Well, these are two coaches that are, taking their timeouts to call exactly what they want, and their girls are executing. So if you're a head coach right now, you're like, hey, whatever I'm calling, they're doing so far. So that's good news if you're a head coach. The ball will be placed right back, right across the court from where BDS is, and right in front of their crowd that has gathered. Remember, we have still the boys A division championship coming up with Sacred Heart and Palmyra.
So Alf's the inbounder on this one. She gets it all the way back to the other side of the court.
Now Sliva up ahead. Oh, it's tipped, it's loose, and it's a foul with 5 seconds left. And there's one that if it's not tipped and it goes directly to Jordan Bolte, she might have a chance to get that thing to Alf's, but the execution was fantastic there for BDS. And now Jordan Bolte, who has not scored nor shot a free throw tonight, will get a double bonus with 5 seconds left. The miss means there will be a chance at a win for Sacred Heart. And Coach Luke Santo is going to take a timeout.
30-second timeout on the court.
I wish I would have been keeping track of my timeouts. It feels like we've taken 15 timeouts in this fourth quarter, haven't we?
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have been informed at the conclusion of this game, the boys' individual championship game between Fall City Sacred Heart and Palmyra will be played. The Fall City Sacred Heart fans are welcome to stay where they are at. Palmyra, you may move down to where the BDS fans are at.
Just announcing where everyone can sit for the next game coming up. Jordan Bolte's like, hey, I just want one more shot. Actually, I want 2 more shots. No, she missed the first. So a chance to win it for Sacred Heart. Magdens across the line, and the runner at the buzzer is no good. And BDS is your A Division champions of the Mudecas basketball tournament.
Fall City Sacred Heart, 46.
So a tight race all the way to the finish, but in the end, BDS really pulling it together for that win.
What a game between these two. BDS will improve to 10-3 on the season. Sacred Heart falls for just the second time all year to 13-2. Announcement of trophies and plaques, and then the all tournament teams for the A Division girls coming up here soon.
At this time, we would like to present head coach Luke Santo with the runner-up medals. Girls, if you would please come forward as your name is called to receive your medal. Number 0, Rachel Magdans. Number 2, Delaney Witt. Number 3, Claire Meemeyer. Number 4, Ella Simon. Number 10,